This is a film looking at the lives of young people who live in Nicaragua, the largest country in Central America. We will see what they do, and we will hear what they say about important things that impact upon their lives. In this film, we will meet Ariel, Blanca, Simon, and Arlene. Their country is rich with natural resources, but its history is a turbulent one of earthquakes, volcanoes, dictatorships, revolutions, and wars. Today it is one of the poorest countries in Latin America. Nevertheless, multinational corporations that produce famous global brands are thriving in some parts of Nicaragua. Some people say this is the only way for these countries to develop. Others say they exploit workers, pay low wages, and plunder the country's natural resources. For some places in Nicaragua, the multinational companies have already arrived. Other parts remain untouched. The young people talk about what it's like to live in a globalized world, their hopes and fears, their traditions and their futures. This is Ariel. He's 19 and lives on a small island in Nicaragua called Ramaqui. He's studying at the moment. Basketball is what he enjoys most. Oh, and writing love songs. Ramaqui is a pretty special place. It's one of the few where the Rama people live. This ancient tribe have their own culture and language. Well, sort of. There are only 14 people left in the whole world who speak the language. At the moment, Ramaqui looks like a paradise, but the Rama are really worried as there are plans afoot to build a massive port not far from the island. The port may be good for big business, but it certainly isn't good for the Rama people. It means they will lose most of their land where they grow their food, and the sea in which they fish will become polluted.
In the lagoon, you can find calwa and jack, which is a very big fish. You can't pull that up with a line. It's a strong fish.
Big fish, strong. You can't pull it up with line. Yes, strong fish.
You can also find tarpoon, which is the biggest one. You also find a small fish, tuba, which is very nice in soup.
Yeah, very small fish. Nice in soup.
Simon is a shoe shiner in Bilwi on the northeastern coast of Nicaragua. He's pretty busy. As soon as he finishes work, he goes straight to school. This is the only way that Simon can support his family and get an education at the same time. Simon is Mosquito, another tribe that has lived in this part of Nicaragua for hundreds of years. He feels that lots of big companies that come to Bilwi just take, but don't put anything back into the town. He's very passionate about this. He feels it affects his language and culture as well as being unfair to the people of Bilwi. Simon definitely has a point. The beautiful forests around Bilwi are disappearing, leaving local people with less and less resources to provide for themselves.
The logging companies come to Bilwi and offer enough money to people so that they allow trees to be cut down. Nobody educates the people that there has to be replanting, and government organisations authorise the buying and selling of wood, and this establishes the destruction of the trees. I prefer big companies not to come to my town, as they come to exploit and to use our cheap labour. The worst bit is they come to destroy. They come in the name of development, but they come to exploit the few resources that remain. They see the forests, the riches, and take the best parts, and all that they leave is poverty, misery, and the owners of the natural resources stay poor. We have to learn to fight to look after ourselves.
Ariel shares Simon's concerns about the effects of big business on his village. There are plans to build a dry canal across Nicaragua, a rail and road link, and a port which will be built on Rama lands.
Yes, the Ramaqui people here.
The Ramaqui people here are talking about a dry canal.
Most of all we say that the dry canal is
Most of all, we say that the dry canal is going to destroy the fish and the animals in the forest.
And also the wild animals in the forest. Yes, you have affected the Ramakei people's
It
land
affects the Ramakei
by,
people's land.
destroying the soil.
It destroys the soils by digging them up. It affects the plants. They won't grow in bad conditions. The plants will wither.
Mostly the plants them that are not going to grow in good conditions. Then grow, but also they wither. It's not good.
It's not good for me to leave Ramakei to go to work on the dry canal.
I don't think so.
Because I want to live here forever.
Is to be living here in Ramakei for all the time.
Something that really worries Simon is he doesn't feel that he has a say in the decisions that will shape the future of his hometown. He says most ordinary people feel the same way. It feels like big businesses own Nicaragua and do what they please. It seems that politicians are often powerless to stop them.
You're an Indian and
the indigenous people own the coast because it's been our territory since the time of our ancestors. The Pacific people are invading. They've got their own land. They should stay there. The land should be in the hands of the people that live here and know the situation and its problems, the Council of Elders and the regional government.